It's the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for the semifinal collision. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Looking to pass, it's St. Clair. The sure hands, it's Davis. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. And the Seminoles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
And there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Offense behind the 6 now in 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. First down, looking for more now. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Noles will line up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Andrews. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Delivers quickly to the left side, and it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. He'll hand it off. Across the 40. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
How about the defense on this play right here? Because they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense, in their ears to get upfield. But instead, it was almost like the defense was expecting the run. They're not surprised at all. They make a great play.
And it's a direct snap. Look out, room to run here. First out and more, he's still running. Breaks free down the left side, end zone ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Indiana.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air. And the Noles will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Here's the second down play. Handoff to the single back.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. The Seminoles look to keep this drive moving.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
Here's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Trying to keep this impressive drive going, but the loss makes it second down and 14 here. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quick throw over the middle. Catch made in space. Look out. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. A tight end is a matchup nightmare for this defense, Kirk, and they made him pay that time.
This tight end is so dangerous, and he's trying to remind his quarterback, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention from this secondary, but I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused on what this guy can do.
PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. Now they'll run it on the toss. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. The receiver makes the catch. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards in the completion, but now it's 4th down. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. That's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Florida State offense on the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position. First down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's in a quick sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Lacy. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on 3rd and very long. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. After consecutive losses, they need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Makes a quick grab. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. Either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
first down and still motoring. Breaks free over the right side. Can they chase him down? He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of the long-range field goal. He hands it to the back. He goes nowhere, stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Defense is coming after him. Well, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense and man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. The sure hands. It's Brown. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The Noles will send the punt team onto the field. He's going to finally head out of bounds, but talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Handoff to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not one, not two, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
So they'll try to add to the lead now in the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Scanning the field. It's St. Clair. On the run, he'll let it go. What a catch! And they keep the drive going until first down at the 46. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pressure is coming. He bought some time, now lets it go. He pulls it in. It's Lacy. He's swarmed by the defense. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Finley. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. Now he just comes up and spikes it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Quick completion to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. And the Noles come up to the line in a hurry-up. And he'll drop back here on third down. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. That wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about it, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Now, when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Indiana, 21, 16.
The Seminoles will kick this away to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Back out on the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop them. As the first down is still going. They'll head out of bounds after another big gain. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The Hoosiers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The pocket breaking down. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. To throw, it's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Still no answer for this offense. That's a crucial touchdown for the offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid gain. And the Seminoles will come to the line and crank up the tempo.
Boy, another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. Boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward, and so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He's running out of time here. Down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Gibson. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here, and we got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on 4th down?
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. The Noles are moving quickly down the field.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that 1st down.
To throw, it's St. Clair. Running out of time in the pocket. Finds his man. It's McCoy. They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17. And the Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the 1st down marker. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Davis.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Looks right for a quick completion. Touchdown, Noles. This offense is still clicking. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Extra point, knocked right down the middle. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And this pass is caught.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Receiver makes the grab, and the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field.
Man, Chris, what a great job by this offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. He had to come off his primary, meaning the offensive line had to give the quarterback a little bit more time, allow him to work through his progressions. Eventually, he finds the drag route for the 1st.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
There you go. Love to see the willingness of a corner who's not just out there to cover, but he's a complete corner. That's what he just displayed. An ability to come up, took the pitch on, and that's a loss for the offense.
Didn't expect to lose 4 in the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. Second down, we're going to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Pulls it in. It's Bond. Defense stops him short of the marking, so now it's 4th down. So Kirk, Indiana has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. It's St. Clair. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Going again on second and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Finley. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. The Seminoles will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On third down, he drops to throw. He escapes the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He can go. The 30. They finally bring him down
by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Send the back in motion. Now here's the toss play. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Some hard running there through a tackle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
What a job to bounce back by this offense. They get all the yardage back that they lost on this run and more. Now they're back on track with a very manageable 3rd and short.
The Hoosiers are in the red zone. Get there on the ground. He's going to lose ground on the run. Now he's going to bring up 4th and short.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
It's an all-important field goal, Tim. Hold your breath here. The field goal is good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Start at the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. On the move now. He'll heave the ball deep down that right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles. They can get outside. And they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
They're going to run it here. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And they'll give it to the back. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And the Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To throw, it's St. Clair. Catch made on the left side. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes, and the offense produced some magic. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The Noles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Time winding down deep in this game with a shot at the championship game on the line. Can the offense step up? On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Out to the end zone. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
First and goal, handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, the offense has done their job putting this touchdown up on the board here, Chris. Now, late in the game, down 2, every offensive coordinator saves 2 or 3 two-point plays for this very instance. Let's see what they go with to see if they can tie this game up.
So here we go. This is it. Late in the game, they need this 2-point conversion to tie things up and possibly force overtime. And he stops short, doesn't get in, and the defense still holds on to a 2-point lead. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick.
Florida State, 29.
Oh, they got it. The kicking team makes the recovery.
What a great job of coming up with that onside kick. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they work the clock. All you need is a field goal here late in this game. Let's see how aggressive their offensive coordinator is.
The first play of the drive, they'll begin from their 47. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Comes down to this in this playoff game, 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? They'll give it to the back. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. All right, serious drama here. The semifinal game comes down to the final couple minutes. Can the offense make a play here? Quick throw, testing the middle. The pass is intercepted. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play. And the defense takes a timeout to stop the clock with 28 seconds remaining. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? It's a draw play. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the defense calls time here with 23 seconds left. It's a one-possession game they'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. And it's a direct snap. Now, he didn't make it. He's going to be tackled short of the marker. A huge stop by this defense on 4th down. They get the football back here in this tight game. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. Time winding down deep in this game with a shot at the championship game on the line. Can the offense step up? He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
4th down now, and defensively, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Maybe the last shot here. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield.